I still don't really understand how I ended up in that situation, and honestly, even now it sounds ridiculous when I say it out loud. It all started on a completely normal night. I went to bed like I always do, thinking about random things, scrolling on my phone until my eyes got heavy. Nothing weird, nothing special, just another boring day, finishing the same way every other day finishes. My room was quiet, dark, and comfortable, the kind of silence that makes you feel safe without even noticing it. I remember turning over in bed, thinking I would fall asleep in a few minutes like usual, but something strange happened almost immediately after I drifted off. It didn't feel like normal sleep. It felt like I was being pulled out of my bed, like gravity suddenly forgot how to work. I wasn't dreaming in the normal sense, and I wasn't awake either. It was something in between. I remember this strange falling sensation, like I was sinking through layers of space that didn't belong to my room anymore. There was no sound, no light, just this weird floating feeling that made my stomach feel like it was dropping endlessly. I tried to move my arms or open my eyes, but it felt like I didn't have control over my body anymore. And then suddenly everything stopped completely. I was standing, not lying in bed, not waking up, just standing on cold stone ground I had never seen before in my life. At first, I honestly thought I was dreaming, because nothing made sense. My brain was trying to convince me this was just a dream. I turned around slowly, expecting maybe another person, maybe someone who could explain what was going on, or even tell me it was a dream or a prank. But instead, I saw something that made my brain completely freeze for a second. There was a creature standing at the end of the corridor. At first glance, it almost looked human, but the more I focused on it, the more wrong it became. Its body was thin and awkward, but its head was way too big, almost like a balloon stuck on top of it. Its arms were long and loose, hanging like they didn't have proper bones inside them. And its face, I still can't describe it properly even now. It had eyes, but they were completely black, like two empty holes in its head, and it had a smile, a wide stretched smile that didn't move naturally, like it was frozen there. The moment it saw me, it tilted its head slowly, like it was curious, like I was something new, and I ran. I didn't think. I didn't hesitate. I just turned and sprinted into the nearest corridor. But the moment I started running, I heard more footsteps. Not just behind me, but from other directions too. Left, right, even deeper in the maze. That's when I realized something really important and really scary at the same time. It wasn't just one creature. There were many, and they were everywhere. After what felt like forever running, I started getting exhausted. My legs were burning, my breathing was heavy, and I had no idea where I was anymore. The maze felt endless. No doors, no exits, no signs, nothing that made sense. Just stone corridors, and that strange pale light above. I eventually had to stop and lean against a wall just to breathe for a second, and that's when something really weird happened. Everything went silent, no footsteps, no movement, nothing at all. And that silence was somehow worse than all the noise before it, because it felt intentional, like the maze itself was holding its breath. Then I heard a voice. It didn't come from any direction. It didn't echo. It just existed everywhere at once, like the whole place was speaking. "You are still here." I froze immediately. Then the voice continued. "You always come back." I didn't understand what that meant at all, but right after it spoke, something impossible happened. The walls around me started moving, not breaking or collapsing, just shifting like pieces of a giant puzzle being rearranged. Entire corridors changed shape in front of my eyes. Paths disappeared, and new ones appeared in places that didn't make sense. That's when I realized something important. This wasn't But now everything felt different. It wasn't just that I was lost anymore. It felt like I was being guided without realizing it. Every turn I made seemed to lead me deeper instead of out, like the maze was gently steering me where it wanted me to go. And the creatures, they were still there, but now there were more of them. Sometimes I would see groups of them standing in perfect silence, all facing the same direction. Other times, they would appear suddenly at intersections, just watching me pass without moving. It was like I was part of something they were observing, not something they were chasing. At one point, I even heard one of them make a sound. It wasn't clear speech, but something broken, like it was trying to say a word. "Stop, E?" It echoed for a second and disappeared. I didn't stop running. I just kept going, turning corner after corner until something strange appeared in front of me. A wooden door in the middle of the stone maze. It looked completely out of place, like someone had dropped it there by mistake. But it was the first thing that didn't look like endless corridors, and that gave me hope. I ran straight toward it, thinking it had to be an exit. When I reached it, I grabbed the handle immediately, but it was locked. I started pulling harder, panic rising again because I could hear the footsteps getting closer from everywhere. The maze felt like it was closing in around me. Then I noticed something carved into the door, a circle with a smiling face inside it, the same symbol that had been everywhere without me noticing. The moment I touched it, the door clicked open. But at the exact same time, everything behind me went completely silent again. I opened the door expecting to finally escape, expecting my room, my house, normal reality again. But what I saw made my stomach drop completely. It was another maze, but darker, tighter, heavier, and the creatures were already there, standing in the distance, watching me again like they had always known I would arrive. That's when I finally understood something I didn't want to understand. There wasn't an exit. Every door, every corridor, every path was just another layer of the same place. Like the maze didn't end, it only changed shape. And as I stood there frozen in the doorway, the footsteps started again. This time not from behind me, not from one direction, from everywhere at once. And instead of feeling scared now, I just felt something worse. Like the maze wasn't trying to scare me anymore. It was trying to decide what to do with me next. And right before everything faded again, I realized the last thing I ever wanted to understand. I wasn't lost inside the maze. I was part of it now, and it wasn't done with me yet.